So there's two process lines at NIS, the 400 and the 410. One's for repackaging Thorpe waste and one's for repackaging Magnox waste. So the can will come in through here. You've got the pick and place, which starts with collecting the can, and that will deposit the can at each plant item along a 10-metre access along the full glove box line at different points. You've got the buffer storage. You've got the laser cutting station, which removes the lid from the can. You've then got the knot removal, so some of the cans will have knots on the bags. This is for removing the knots. You then move down to the can extraction station, so the can gets clamped in. You've got the bag removal station, so can goes through there with the bag, through the brushes, removing any waste that's left over. You've also got an auto bag removal in case this doesn't work. You can get your hands in through the glove box. Moving down again, you've got the can lid retorque station and coif removal. Some of the cans will have coifs on, they get removed here and then retorqued with the new lid. Any PCM waste that gets put through will get deposited through the PCM waste down here, goes all the way out. And then you've finally got the can transfer system, which goes into the 0607 box.
So once the inner can has been knot removed, bag removed and lid retorqued, it'll be pushed into the 406, 407 box, where it'll be placed into an intermediate can and a lid will be placed on top. That's where it'll be welded shut and then cut, and then it'll be transferred to 408. It'll be pushed into a 100-year package, lid put on and then filled with helium. Once it's been filled with helium, it'll go to the TIG welder, where it'll be welded shut. And it'll go to an integrity check, which will check if there's any helium leaks. It'll then go to a contamination swab, where it'll be swabbed and then it'll be exported to be stored elsewhere.
Okay, so in terms of manufacture, we've got two process lines. They're made up of 8 glove box containments, which are the kind of high integrity stainless steel fabrications. They're made up of 18 individual pieces. In terms of the process system itself, that's made up of 3,000 manufactured components, 1,800 electrical components, 7 kilometers of cables. So a huge volume of work. The glove box containments themselves are technically challenging. There's very little material that's left once these fabrications are complete. So to provide a compliant product is a credit to the craftsmanship that we've got internally.
So I think one of the challenges of commissioning something like this, which is one of a kind, is there's not much LFE. It's kind of the first that's been done. I know when I first came down here, this warehouse was empty. The first test we did was leak testing the glove boxes, mill plant items, just making sure that they can actually hold the gases that are required. And then you start looking at the actual testing of the plant items, as well as setting up this facility, setting up the porta cabins, setting up the welfare facility, setting up the actual equipment. Really challenging. There's kind of no handbook on how to do it. You just work collaboratively together, and I think that's one of the main reasons how we've managed to work so well.
It's definitely been challenging over the last few months getting to this point. I think as we go, the LFE will be shared between ourselves and Saldo back to site. There'll be many lessons learned, but I think the biggest lessons will be when we're testing. During the testing, it may change not how we test, but the way the testing works on site. I think that the biggest lessons will be learned during testing.
It's like a big thing for nuclear, obviously nuclear safety as well. And also it's the first that this has ever been done. You're getting a lot of exposure to various different bits of kit that you maybe wouldn't get anywhere else.
These 100-year cans are going to be around for many years to come. So to think that my kids, my grandkids will one day maybe be involved in working on this line, which I've kind of been involved in at such an early stage, is something that you can be really proud of. And to say you've done your bit is, something I'll remember, definitely.
You see the output of 3.5, 4 years worth of work together alongside PPP and our supply chain. It's a phenomenal piece of engineering. It's a phenomenal piece of kit. You start to understand the sheer volume of activity over that period of time and what it's actually achieved. It's a monumental effort from all parties, and to be part of that and to achieve what we've achieved, I think it's pretty special.